PC, woman, you is funny. Thank you for the donation. You is a fool. Tiff, she says, I bet you are. She says, I bet you are. No. Wait. I bet you are the top live interactive YouTuber. And if not, you should be. You can tell you love us as much as we love you. Never ever change. Thank you so much for the kind words, and I don't know why I struggle to get those out. Thank you so much. That is awesome. I appreciate you. I will be posting that on my Instagram later. Thank you.
Night security at an old hotel noticed something unusual.
Hold on, real quick. Dollar Silver, you're late. And I'm sorry. I wanted to give y'all a live stream literally every day since Monday, but my AC is working now, so I'm back.
An eerie figure that appeared just outside the front entrance of the property they were watching.
Okay, so this is the thing walking around. Now, you see bugs and lightning bugs lighting up, but that's not it. And you can see that it's walking almost like it has legs. This right here is a spider web. That's debunked. But this thing, I cannot debunk.
They reviewed the footage multiple times, but still couldn't explain what they saw. To this day, no one knows exactly what it was, or why it showed up.
Yeah. Y'all need a new camera. Cameras HD cameras specifically are very, very cheap nowadays. I remember when I was fresh out of high school, HD cost money, but now it's cheapy. You can upgrade this camera, I'm sure, because y'all won't be able to make out a single thief if somebody came and robbed you and snuck out the back door. They might as well just walk, because ain't nobody gonna catch them.
Come on! What is this nonsense? Guys, I need some help. I'm lagging like crazy. Are there any other better emulators? I don't want to get bullied again because of lag. Yeah, right. Lag. L-O.
At an old school building in Russia, security staff noticed something strange on the monitors during closing hours.
Смотри на большом экране. Вот и сейчас спустится. Видишь?
Вот здесь вообще как ребенок, смотри, да?
Капец, серьезно, ты видишь?
Ну, конечно, вот и в телефоне вот оно тоже.
И во втором зале их там 3 штуки играют.
О, ничего себе.
Они летают, как бы играют.
А вон сейчас уже.
That's supposed to be a ghost going up and down the stairs? Come on, no mama's way. Hey y'all, we're getting close to 600 likes, 700 for another video. We only got about 10 more minutes left in this video. Y'all think we can hit 700 more likes? Or 140 more likes? That math is not right either. 163 more likes to be exact. But anyway, I'm going to be shouting out everybody that copped some merch at the end of the live stream, as always.
A faint shifting shape appeared near one of the staircases. Some dismissed it as a trick of the light, maybe just glare or even spider webs catching the camera, but others were convinced it could have been something else, maybe even a spirit passing through. What it really was, that's still up for debate. This next security clip comes from a night officer in Mexico who shared footage after receiving reports of a strange individual wandering the property.
Not only is this individual strange, but the way they walking is strange too. Why are the gaps between their strides so freaking wide? That was a bar.
Rich after receiving reports of a strange individual wandering the property.
Call me God bless. No VIP, just your success. Russo sick, got me stressed. 3 days stop.
But here's where it gets bizarre. Witnesses claimed the figure didn't have normal legs, but hoofs. The officer still isn't sure if it was some kind of elaborate prank or something far more unusual. So, what do you think? Just a trick of the night, or was something truly unexplained caught on camera?
This was definitely not elaborate. But it does seem like she's walking like this. Like, who walks like that?
The following is surveillance footage, which shows Jasmine and her daughter dashing home after spotting a strange figure lurking near their building. Yet, as Jasmine would soon discover, that unsettling image was only the beginning of their nightmare. That same evening, while reviewing her Ring camera, Jasmine noticed something she'd completely missed in real time.
So I'm sitting here looking at this Ring camera footage, and I don't understand how I didn't see this, because this is ridiculous.
I just called the police. Get out in front of my door. This is the last time I'm going to tell you. Get out in front of my door right now. The police on the way. Go.
The heavy door to apartment 23 swung open all on its own, paused wide for a heartbeat, then creaked shut without a soul in sight. A few days later, still rattled, Jasmine filmed a commentary clip. She replayed the footage in slow motion.
In the 3 years that I've lived here, I have never seen this door come open. Ever. And I'm going to stay back here. Because this is real snake skin. Oh my God. Look at this. Those frozen Elsa boots, whatever you want to call it. Those boots are my daughter's. Like, I'm going to show you a picture that me and my daughter took, like, I want to say like 2 months ago. Yo, this is crazy because I really thought she just lost them at school. Those shoes belong to my daughter.
Among the random collection, a pair of glittering boots caught the light. They were her daughter's, missing for months. No one had lived there. Suddenly, a darker truth emerged. Someone or something was using that room as a hiding place for stolen shoes. Neighbors whispered their own.
Weird. Oh, that shoe moved by itself.
On the recording, one tiny boot lifts itself off the ground, flips in midair, then lands perfectly upright beside its partner, an impossible motion, as if guided by unseen fingers. Even more chilling, Jasmine's next-door neighbor swore she heard a baby crying outside her apartment. Fear gripped her as she peered through the peephole, then scurried away before she could learn more. No sound of a child persists on the footage. Haunted by the creeping boots and whispered sobs, Jasmine finally threw the remaining shoes into the trash. To this day, no one knows who stole those shoes, or why a ghostly hand seemed to place them there. A mystery still unfolding in the dark hallways of that abandoned apartment.
That's crazy.
This unsettling account comes from a pair of night security workers who were making their usual commute to the job when they experienced something that left them genuinely disturbed. As they drove deeper into the darkness, their headlights fell on a figure up ahead, standing right in the middle of the road. From a distance, it resembled a person, but the longer they looked, the more unnatural it seemed. There was no movement, no reaction, not even the slightest shift in posture as their vehicle approached.
Nah, that still look like a person, though.
Simply stood there, as if waiting. When they reviewed the footage from their rear dash cam, expecting to catch a glimpse of the figure disappearing into the distance, they realized something was very wrong. There was nothing there. Not a shadow, not a blur, not even the faintest trace of someone standing on that road. The same figure they had both clearly seen with their own eyes simply didn't exist on the recording. Naturally, some have tried to explain it away. A camera glitch, perhaps, or headlights casting an illusion through the fog or trees. Others suggested it could have been a person dressed in dark clothing who stepped out of frame just in time. But none of those explanations sit right with those who were there. Very strange. If you want your nights to feel as
Wait, did we see that figure in the rearview camera? It didn't seem like we got that good of a glance of it. Interesting, crazy stuff here, y'all.
How you doing? I'm Callan, and this is Slapped Hand.
I know y'all heard that. It's the man, the myth, the legend himself.
She's got an amazing tattoo. She's got, whoa, jiggle physics. Lots of jiggle physics. And amazing makeup. They have this beautiful pink soft glow filter, making her look extra.
It's Slapped Ham, baby. We will have to watch another video this evening. Creepy events caught on camera that cannot be explained. Let's find out how creepy these events are. Let's get it.
How you doing? I'm Callan, and this is Slapped Ham. Boy, we've got an action-packed episode for you today.
Spam the chat, slap a ham emoji, y'all know.
10. Just like this.
I'm not saying this is paranormal, but it is freaky.
A short while ago, Supernatural Sleuth uploaded a TikTok video that quickly caught viewers' attention.
That's weird.
The short clip, which has already racked up thousands of views, was recorded while he was waiting in a parking lot for his wife and daughter to come out of a subway. The uploader points out that there was no wind at all.
Let me say this. The wind wasn't really blowing, at least not enough to do what you're about to see.
Viewers in the comments also noted that nothing else was moving, not even the trees in the background. While some suggested it could have been a minor earthquake, the uploader confirmed there were no seismic events reported at the time. So what's going on here? Let your theories rip in the comments below. A few days ago, Scaaaryyy Encounter on Instagram posted a reel.
Hold on, let me see what's going on in the chat. Who is this? How you say your name? Is it Evelys? Let me see what's going on in the chat between you and Brandy. Let me do some investigating.
During a chilling piece of home footage from Brazil that quickly went viral.
Oh, I remember this. This was crazy. Check this.
About to step outside, she pauses after hearing the boy's warning, and only seconds later, a bolt of lightning strikes just outside their home. The clip has left viewers stunned. Was this an eerie coincidence? Or could the child have some kind of psychic ability? An Instagram post by Butor de Corcahini, posted on May 25th, caught the attention of many, leaving viewers disturbed by the images posted. At first glance, this might seem like a perfectly normal mirror selfie, until you take a closer look. Peeking out from the narrow gap between the wall and the dispenser is what appears to be a bizarre figure. Its face is partially visible, pale, with dark, hollow eyes, staring directly toward the camera.
I don't know, her face look a little gray to me. Man, I was about to tell y'all a story, but I'll save it.
What do you think? Was it just a trick of the light, or did something uninvited make its way into the photo? A series of unsettling incidents recently captured at the Jefferson Palace Hotel have left guests and paranormal enthusiasts alike thoroughly spooked. One particularly eerie piece of footage from the hotel's themed Dolls and Stuff room, Room 14, has garnered significant attention. The video initially shows a collection of antique dolls neatly arranged on shelves and hanging along the walls. At first glance, everything appears normal, but suddenly something eerie happens. The head of the doll in the foreground turns on its own, shifting eerily to face another direction. This bizarre movement is followed by strange, unexplained noises before the video abruptly cuts off.
Bro, the chills that is crawling up my spine right now, looking into this room full of dolls, and then this little doll down here head just moved. You couldn't pay me enough to sleep one night in this room with the lights off and these dolls just all around. I would die. I would literally decease.
Guests brave enough to face the room's chilling atmosphere can book an overnight stay for $169. Another spine-chilling moment at the hotel occurred when the owner received a security alert indicating motion had been detected. Fearing a potential intruder, he immediately reviewed the CCTV footage. The camera revealed something truly alarming. There it is. A shadowy figure darting across the end of the hallway, briefly illuminated in the dim corridor lights. Right there. Upon reviewing the footage slowed down and zoomed in, the shadowy form appears even more disturbing, solidifying its reputation as a haunted hotspot.
What if it was somebody just walking across the hall? I mean, with...
La morcilla de Burgos, el chorizo de Pamplona y una oferta así de buena, pues el móvil.
Camera quality this bad? We can't just be making assumptions like this.
Adding to the hotel's notoriety, the paranormal investigation group Scaaaryyy Busters conducted a live session in room 13, with the owner's
What in the world is this wannabe Chucky doing?
supervision. They included Eddie, the hotel's notorious haunted doll. As they streamed their investigation, activity sensors began triggering unexpectedly.
Whatever is there, can you move Eddie's arm, please?
Then, without any visible cause, this happens.
It sends out a frequency. Yeah. In fact, it's 27 kilohertz. Bounces off, solid object, and comes back.
Oh!
Eddie suddenly topples off the table, shocking the investigators.
Oh my God, the vibration from that device caused Eddie to fall. The constant vibration from that device caused this doll to fall.
And their online viewers watching the stream.
Bounces off, solid object, and comes back.
The Jefferson Palace Hotel boasts a rich and storied past dating back to 1851. Initially a cotton warehouse, it underwent multiple transformations, from a grand fireproof building to a bustling hub of commerce and hospitality. Its varied history includes periods as a saloon, coffee house, restaurant, brothel, and even a skating rink. One of the most tragic chapters involves Lydia Grigsby, a bride who, heartbroken after being left at the altar in 1912, took her own life by hanging herself in her mother's room. This tragic event occurred in room 12, and the very bed associated with this sorrowful tale now resides in room 19, where many guests report paranormal encounters. Other commonly reported spectres at the hotel include room 0, loud bangs, beds lifting, and a mysterious male voice yelling out, "No." Room 2, full-bodied apparitions, moving furniture, and disembodied voices. Room 3, apparitions of a child, unexplained laughter, and showers activating spontaneously. Room 19, frequent sightings of the haunted bride, messages mysteriously appearing on mirrors, and unexplained sounds of water splashing. Guests frequently record their experiences in the hotel's Book of the Dead, documenting countless unexplained occurrences. The Jefferson Palace Hotel remains a prominent location for ghost hunters and thrill seekers alike, proudly claiming its title as one of the world's most haunted hotels.
Whatever is there, can you move Eddie's arm, please?
Bounces off, solid object, and comes back.
I know one thing, that doll had a heavy head. Did you hear the way that thing thudded on the ground?
About a month ago, Reddit user UltraHex007 posted dashcam footage on the dashcam subreddit that quickly went viral, racking up thousands of upvotes and hundreds of comments, thanks to the terrifying moment it captured.
Boy, you better get out of there. They gonna rob you.
But it doesn't stop there. Within seconds, more men emerge from the darkness, all seemingly part of a coordinated robbery attempt. In a moment of sheer panic, the driver...
Yo, smart move to reverse back like that and keep it going, because the way it was so many dudes out there ready to get you, man, that is crazy.
His quick thinking likely saved lives. The shocking footage has sparked concern among viewers about the safety of nighttime drivers and passengers. Many flooded the comments, praising the driver's fast reaction, while others speculated that the incident may have taken place in Bangladesh, where similar roadside robbery attempts have reportedly occurred.
Man, they probably would have sliced him up.
4 years ago, Reddit user Purple Syrup posted a short video that left many viewers disturbed by what was caught on a baby camera.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Because the moment is so brief, many viewers were left confused, unsure of what they had just witnessed. Some joked in the comments, but others took it more seriously, speculating that the face could belong to a demonic presence or some kind of dark entity visiting the child. A few noted that the face resembled a witch or an old woman. While some users questioned the video's authenticity, pointing out that most parents would rush to their child instead of calmly recording, others argued that the footage felt too raw and specific to be staged. What do you think? Could this be a hoax, or did something sinister really make its way into that room?
Revolut Metal lo aguanta todo, seguro de viajes, cambio de divisas sin comisiones y un montón de suscripciones como Uber One. Vale, sí, te he mentido. Esto es falso, lo ha hecho ese tío de ahí, míralo. Pero en Revolut sí que es real. Entra Revolut, por Dios.
Yo, we got close to 1,300 live viewers in here. Hit that like button for your boy. Appreciate it. Make America great.
On May 31st, 2025, President Donald Trump stirred controversy after sharing a post on Truth Social, claiming that former President Joe Biden had died in 2020 and was replaced by clones. The original post came from a lesser-known account on the platform and was part of an ongoing thread discussing Biden's health. It boldly stated, "There is no Joe Biden executed in 2020. Biden clones, doubles, and robotic-engineered soulless, mindless entities are what you see." The post also claimed that Democrats don't know the difference, before attaching a series of hashtags. Trump didn't add any caption or comments of his own. He simply reshared the post from his personal Truth Social account on the Saturday night. He also reposted several other links around the same time, most of them focused on topics like steel manufacturing and his campaign talking points. The White House has not publicly responded to the post, and no official statement has been made regarding Trump's decision to share it.
I remember that.
The Slender Man is out of work and struggling. He needs YouTube likes to feed his starving children. Let's get this bad boy to 10,000 likes so Slendy can feed his family. 1 like equals 1 mouthful. To the post and no.
I remember that.
The Slender Man is out of work and struggling. He needs YouTube likes to feed his starving children. Let's get this bad boy to 10,000 likes so Slendy can feed his family. 1 like equals 1 mouthful. A strange story has resurfaced recently, and it's making people question whether Edgar Allan Poe was just a brilliant writer or something more. According to an article by the BBC and another by Upworthy, Poe may have predicted or even witnessed a real-life tragedy decades before it happened. In 1838, Edgar Allan Poe published his only novel, The Narrative of Arthur Gordon Pym of Nantucket. The book follows a crew stranded at sea, and at one point the starving survivors draw straws to decide who will be sacrificed for food. The unlucky one is a young cabin boy named Richard Parker, who ends up being killed and eaten by the rest. At the time, the book didn't get much attention, but 46 years later, in 1884, a horrifyingly similar event unfolded in real life. As reported in the BBC article, a yacht called the Mignonette sank during a voyage. 4 men survived the wreck and were stranded at sea for weeks with no food or water. Just like in Poe's novel, they eventually decided to sacrifice the weakest member to stay alive, and his name turned out to be Richard Parker. When this real-life event came to light, people were stunned by the eerie resemblance. The similarities were too specific to ignore. Many called it one of the most chilling coincidences in literary history. But as Upworthy highlighted, Poe's uncanny connection to real-life events doesn't stop here. The article explores numerous instances where Poe's writings mirrored reality with eerie precision, prompting fans and conspiracy theorists to ponder. Could Edgar Allan Poe have actually experienced these events rather than merely predicting them? Consider the case of Phineas Gage. In 1848, this railroad worker survived a severe brain injury when an iron spike pierced his skull, dramatically altering his personality. Gage's injury and resulting behavioral changes became foundational in understanding the role of the frontal lobe in human behavior and social cognition. Remarkably, nearly a decade earlier in 1840, Poe detailed these very symptoms in his chilling story, The Businessman. This tale follows an unnamed narrator whose traumatic childhood head injury leads to obsessive routines and violent sociopathic outbursts, symptoms perfectly matching frontal lobe syndrome. Neurologist Eric Altshuler noted Poe's astonishing accuracy, stating, "There's a dozen symptoms and he knows every single one. There's everything in that story, we've hardly learned anything more." Altshuler, a respected medical professional, expressed amazement at Poe's precision, remarking, "It's so exact that it's just weird. It's like he had a time machine." Still skeptical? Consider Poe's extraordinary cosmological insights in his 1848 prose poem, Eureka. Published 80 years before the Big Bang Theory emerged in scientific discourse, Eureka describes an expanding universe born from a single primordial particle in an instantaneous flash. Although initially dismissed by critics as the ramblings of a madman, Poe's visionary piece accurately resolves Olber's paradox, the puzzle of why the night sky is dark despite countless stars. He argued the darkness was due to the finite speed of light, meaning the distant light of an expanding universe had yet to reach Earth. When Edward Robert Harrison published Dark
Bro, Edgar Allan Poe was either a super genius and a great writer, or he had access to a time-traveling machine.
Dynamically evolving universe because there was no observational or theoretical evidence suggesting such a possibility. No astronomer in Poe's day could imagine a non-static universe.
Darn it. I gotta do some shout outs before we hit.
You gotta keep that open so it doesn't get all musty.
Can't tell me if I'm good.
Find out. Let's go. We ready. We ready.
One evening in Pennsylvania, Heather Paul is outside on her front porch having some...
Not ready. That was loud and not right. Start that over.
Late one evening in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Heather Paul is outside on her front porch having some ice cream with her husband and her two sons. But then, Heather suddenly spots something that absolutely creeps her
Videooooss. What kind of going on? What? What did you say? What did you say, Mommy? I didn't hear you.
You gotta keep that open so it doesn't get all musty.
Can't tell me it's funny.
Heather whispers, "She scares me," to her husband and children, but they have no idea what she's talking about. Neither her husband or sons can see the bizarre figure dressed in white that is walking down the sidewalk only about 20 feet away. Heather says that the woman looked like, quote, a lady dressed like a nurse from the 1950s with an eerie grin on her face. Heather is now freaked out. She can't understand why no one else saw the strange nurse. So she checks the footage from their front door security camera, and sure enough, the recording also shows a creepy pale figure walking right by.
My bad.
Immediately creeped me out, so I just kind of like jumped.
My bad, y'all. I had to let people know we was live on Instagram. I forgot to put that out there.
But it gets even weirder, because you see, Heather lives only a mile away from a notorious old abandoned mental asylum, the Philadelphia State Hospital at Byberry.
So a little backstory, I live about a mile from where Byberry State Hospital used to be. This is one of the, I'm pretty sure, the most notorious mental hospital in the country. A lot of abuse went on there. There was lobotomies performed on patients. There was experiments performed on patients. A lot of them lost their lives because they were just treated so horribly. The conditions that that hospital was in was so inhumane, and no human should have ever had to go through what these patients went through. And these people just needed help. It's just very sad. They were so overcrowded. Like the nurse to patient ratio was just extreme.
With 2 student nurses and maybe 3 attendants, we have all we can do to bathe the patients, get them to cafeteria, take them to the doctors, give them their medications, and try to keep the place clean.
Now, when I was a kid growing up, we used to definitely go in there, and it was really scary. Like, the second you walk on the ground, you just feel like it's cold, it's not normal, it feels weird. Like, you can tell somebody's watching you. There's underground tunnels underneath, so we used to run around them too, and they used to use those tunnels to transport bodies, and there was still those, like, metal slab beds that they were still down there when we went in there, like, you know, in the 2000s. I felt my arm grabbed in there once, and I moved my flashlight because I thought it was my friend, and my friend was, like, over there, and I'm like, oh my God.
But this story gets even weirder still.
Considered the #1 ranked player in the 2025
Brockton native may be the next NBA superstar.
For generations, people have come to these mountains chasing greatness.
He is a phenom on the basketball court.
To stake their claim. But only a few take the summit.
I remember seeing LeBron James, Michael Jordan, those type of guys on trading cards. And I see my face on that card, it's gonna be a surreal feeling. I know where I belong.
Heather's dad lived in the same house as a boy. When Heather shows her dad the creepy footage, he tells her that a woman named Linda used to live in the house next door. And during the 1950s, Linda was a nurse at the old Byberry Mental Hospital. So did Heather catch the ghost of a nurse from the old abandoned hospital? And if not, why could no one else see the strange woman walking down the sidewalk? Ho-ho, no. Cara Messina lives in an old house in New York State that was built in the 1800s and has a very tragic past. In the early to mid-1800s, the house was part of the Underground Railroad, a network for fugitive slaves seeking freedom. Slaves escaping the South were forced to hide under the house to avoid capture by authorities. Because of its dark history, Cara believes that the house might be haunted, and she says that while her family has lived there, they have had, quote, some ghostly activity through the years. So one day, Cara and her daughter are just relaxing around the house, and they start to hear a very strange sound coming from the basement.
So for the last 20 minutes, I've been sitting on my couch, and
It's been dead silent, and all of a sudden I hear Santa. And I thought it was coming from outside, and it's not. And this is my basement. Tell me it's in the same box as Chucky right now. Is she? Yeah, it's right there. Right now. What? Yeah, come here. Right, but it hasn't been touched, and all of a sudden, after all of these months. And it's off.
Kara's daughter flips through a box, which ironically contains 2 old Chucky dolls, only to find that a Santa figurine has suddenly activated itself and is just talking away, even though the power switch is turned off. But there's something even weirder here that video viewers noticed after this clip was uploaded. Because, did you hear it?
Right, but it hasn't been touched, and all of a sudden, after all of these months. And it's off.
Just as the Santa doll is picked up and suddenly stops talking, it can be heard seeming to frantically yell, "No, stop!" So is Kara's basement haunted? Is the little Santa doll possessed by some wayward spirit? Or is it all just a very odd coincidence? You decide. Daddy Ghost. One morning, a woman named Cheyenne is taking care of her 2-year-old daughter when the little...
Heck no! They had Chucky dolls! They had...
Daddy's right there.
Is it your daddy?
No, it's your daddy.
Is where?
She's up in that room upstairs.
You can really hear her. Josie? Josie?
Not this clip again. Hey, this is another clip that I definitely believe, man. We've seen this about 50, 11 times as well. God, but it's such a good one. There's so much that happens in this video that is believable. Remember, you guys, if y'all want another video after this, because it's a busy night for your boy, hit that like button. We need 700 likes by the end of Nuke's video alone for me to do another one. And we got about 23 more minutes left in this video. It's possible. We're already about to hit 700 live viewers, so I think we can get there. But shout out to CJ for gifting the channel with 10, count them, 10 channel memberships. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. And y'all better let him know that y'all thank him. Or her. Because CJ can be a girl too.
Yeah, she's just been staring at that, and then she started barking, and she growled, and when she growled, I kind of like booked it. I don't really know, like, that's usually like her stance while she's waiting for me to come home, and I'm just like, is she waiting for someone to walk out of that closet? Like, I just don't really know what she's staring at. Because again, like, this is usually how she looks when she's waiting for me to come in, and I'm just like, what? What is it? What is it?
dog starts ferociously barking at the upstairs bedroom closet for absolutely no. As Britt mentioned, she has a private cemetery in front of her house.
Here's a little taste. Let me heal your wound. Must I show you how it's done?
One night, Britt orders some food from Uber Eats. The driver is a bit disturbed by the gathered cows at the graveyard, but he completes his delivery. And then things just get weird.
Thank you so much. Sorry about that.
Yeah, this location is outside, not here.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. It's okay. No problem.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Have a good night.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
You're a cow.
I'm scared. There is a cow.
They're actually not mine. They're wasn't showing up.
No.
No. They come hang out around here every night.
Alright. Maybe just like stand and like
Something sets off the alarm inside Britt's house, and as she carefully walks back inside, some unseen force seems to actually grab and pull her shirt. She drops her food in terror and runs back out. Britt says that she was too afraid to return to the house. She spent the rest of the night in the family RV that was parked outside. Hunter or hunted. Nick and Ted from the YouTube channel The Hunting Public are out bow hunting on public lands in the remote wilderness of Missouri. Suddenly they hear something that sends chills down their spines. Now, let me say before I show you these clips, in accordance with YouTube guidelines, no one is shown being hurt in the following video. There is absolutely no evidence that any crime was committed in this video or that anyone was injured in any way. Alright, so, while Nick and Ted are hunting, they Now, Nick and Ted are in such a remote area of the Missouri woods that they have no cell service to call the authorities. Very not good. Again, Nick tries to call someone to report the incident, but they still can't find a spot in the woods with cell service. They just head back to their truck so that they can get out of there and call the police.
20 or more gunshots ended up happening. I have pins dropped on a map about how far we were from
life of someone, girl, his woman, whatever the case might be.
Or was it something much more
So wait, you said the light wasn't off?
Yeah, exactly. And I knew that something was going on. That's a lot of cops.
Holy shit, the hell?
Another clip we've seen, 11
Hello everyone, my name is Spooks and today we'll take a look at 11 scary videos. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more scary content. Alright, with that said, let's begin. The first entry for today comes to us from the TikTok account Hats Off to the Energy, who says her sister is fixing up an old cabin located somewhere in Oregon. But she keeps getting interrupted by her dog, who seems really freaked out by something. On top of that, her toddler apparently keeps talking to someone who isn't even there. In the clip here, we watch as the uploader films the outside of the cabin, when all of a sudden, something genuinely eerie happens.
There's something moving in the door. The thing is, that door in there is really stiff. Like all of them are. So, there's nothing hanging there. It's creepy. It's gotta be something. I don't know what. What the f? It just, what the holy f.
If you look at the top balcony, you can see some sort of creepy entity peering down at the uploader before it slowly creeps its way back inside the cabin, while the uploader watches in complete shock and awe. Many people in the comments speculated that the figure might just be a curtain blowing in the wind. However, in a second video, the uploader revisits the spot and seems to debunk that theory by showing there are no curtains hanging in that area at all, making the original clip even more unsettling. Later, she walks us through the inside of the cabin and explains that a couple used to live there decades ago. The husband eventually passed away, and it looks like all of their belongings were left behind. The place feels frozen in time. If the figure wasn't just a coincidence or trick of the eye, then something unexplainable may really be going on. Whether it's the lingering energy of the previous residents or something else entirely, the vibe of this place definitely leans toward the haunted. Let me know what you think in the comments. Over on TikTok, a man named Josh Robillard uploaded a video documenting some truly terrifying activity happening in his home. At the start of the video, Josh explains that he just got back from work and says there should be absolutely no one in the house at that time of day. However, he says that as he pulled into the driveway, something instantly caught him off guard. Let's take a look.
I just pulled up, and what is that? Is that a person? Should be nobody in the house, nobody at all. Okay, well, guess we'll check it out. Okay.
As you can see, a dark figure is clearly visible looking out the window of Josh's house. But when he rushes inside to investigate just moments later, he finds nothing. No sign of forced entry, no lingering presence. It's as if the figure vanished into thin air, like it was never really there to begin with. In the second video uploaded later on, Josh is simply trying to unwind when he hears loud knocking sounds coming from somewhere downstairs. Naturally, he grabs his phone to document what's going on, and it only gets creepier from there.
Not again. Hello? No. I'm done. I'm done.
Downstairs, a light flashes rapidly, and even more disturbingly, a child's rocking horse begins moving by itself. The video ends shortly after, leaving us with more questions than answers. When taken together, these two clips paint a pretty unnerving picture. It's one thing to see a mysterious figure in a window, but to then have physical activity, noises, lights, objects moving on their own, suggests this might be more than just a one-time haunting. Whether it's something demonic or just incredibly persistent, you can't blame Josh if he decided to pack up and leave for good. Some viewers have speculated whether this could be a hoax, but there's nothing conclusive to support that idea either way. Whether you believe it or not, there's no denying the eerie vibe these videos give off. Hopefully, Josh found a way to either cleanse his home or move somewhere far, far away. What do you think's going on here? Something paranormal or something else entirely? Let me know in the comments. TikTok user Paranormal with Liv posted a chilling series of videos that have been raising eyebrows across the platform. The first video, uploaded in May of 2025, shows Liv lying in bed just trying to relax for the evening. But things take a disturbing turn when she hears scratching noises coming from the room across the hall. And then this happens. At first, it's just quiet scratching, but then the string lights in her room are suddenly yanked down by what appears to be an invisible force. It's an intense escalation, and you can tell from Liv's reaction that she's absolutely terrified. Honestly, if that happened to me, I'd probably react the same way. In a second clip, Liv and her boyfriend return home after a DoorDash run, only to see something unsettling as they pull into their parking spot. Looking up at their window, they spot what looks like a dark, hooded figure staring out at them, and just as quickly as it appeared, the figure vanishes from view. By the third video, both Liv and her boyfriend are visibly shaken and hesitant to even walk into their own home. But when they finally do, they're greeted by something downright bizarre.
Still mind our house, but the blanket is on the floor. If you guys saw my last video, it was hung up right there. What the?
The tack in a pile. Like, I could see them, like, just falling off the wall, but, like, I had...
How are they, like, all in a pile like that? What?
A blanket is seen lying on the floor, and on top of it is a neat pile of tacks. No clear explanation, no apparent disturbance, just another strange and unsettling development. Some viewers have wondered if this could be a clever hoax or a series of staged events, but nothing about Liv's reactions or the way the clips play out feels overly dramatized. If anything, the rawness of the footage makes it feel even more believable. Whether this is a haunting, a prank, or something else entirely, this series definitely taps into something primal, our fear of being watched, and of our own homes becoming unfamiliar. Let me know what you think. Is this real paranormal activity, or just a very well executed setup? A video posted on September 22nd, 2009 by a YouTuber known as BlackWing96 shows a young teen explaining that he's been hearing bumping noises coming from upstairs, right where his room is. As he makes his way up, it doesn't take long for things to get seriously creepy.
I've been hearing some bumping noises upstairs, like right where my room is. I'm just gonna take a look at. Come on. Okay. What the f was that? You guys hear that, right?
At around the 12-second mark, you can hear strange voices coming from his room, and about 30 seconds later, there's a loud sound, possibly a door slamming, followed by a series of knocking noises. When he enters the room, everything seems normal at first, but that quickly changes.
I don't really know what I'm supposed to say. Oh, can you do that again? Fuck this.
Suddenly, the cup sitting on his dresser moves on its own. There's no one near it. Blackwing 96 is clearly stunned and stumbles on his words in disbelief. He nervously asks the spirit if it can do it again, and it does. The cup is knocked off the dresser and hits the floor, sending him fleeing in terror. Unfortunately, Blackwing 96 hasn't posted anything in over 14 years, so an update is unlikely. Still, the video remains one of those early internet uploads that stuck with viewers over the years. Some believe it may have been a clever setup, but there's something about the raw, unpolished nature of the footage, and the genuine sounding reaction that makes it hard to shake. Whether real or faked, it's still one of the more memorable early examples of a so-called poltergeist caught on tape.
Hola, buenos días. Llamo de Orbidy para ofrecerte el ordenador del kit digital.
Pues va a ser que no. Yo soy más de Mac.
No, lo siento, soy más de Mac.
Yo es que soy más de Mac.
Por eso te llamo. Ahora con el kit digital también ofrecemos ordenadores Apple.
¿Cómo?
¿Cómo?
¿Cómo? Como lo oyes, como partners oficiales de Apple, ahora en Orbidy te ofrecemos un Mac como parte del kit digital. Aprovecha ya esta oportunidad para conseguir tu Mac a un precio de escándalo. En Orbidy te lo gestionamos todo de manera íntegramente gratuita, para que tú no tengas que preocuparte de nada.
Capas de sensaciones por descubrir. Helado Nutella, una cucharada de felicidad.
In February of 2025, TikTok user Ginger and the Foxes posted a video of herself walking around a dinosaur museum at an undisclosed location. At first, everything seems normal as she casually explores the place. She eventually stops in front of a large pterosaur model and remarks how scary it looks. But just as she's filming, something happens that's easy to miss if you're not paying attention.
Well, that's a little disconcerting. That thing is huge. Imagine trying to run away from that. No thanks, Jurassic Park.
If you watch closely, you can spot a moment where it looks like the pterosaur's head moves, just slightly, but enough to catch the eye if you're really looking for it. It's a blink and you'll miss it kind of moment, but if the clip is legit, it raises some weird possibilities. Could something paranormal have briefly taken control of this dinosaur statue? Sure, it might have been a trick of the light, or even subtle camera movement, but if not, then even museums might not be safe from eerie forces. This Reddit post from the UFO subreddit is absolutely fascinating, to say the least. The video in question was recorded on June 10th, 2025 at around 3:15 p.m. local time in a rural area near Yumbo, Colombia. Take a look at the footage. The footage lasts just over a minute and is mesmerizing to watch from start to finish. What stands out is the sphere itself. It appears to have a distinct band wrapping around its midsection, which makes it look even more mysterious. Interestingly, other similar sightings have been reported in the past, often near power lines or in populated regions. Videos like this have raised a lot of questions among viewers. What are these things? Why do they show up where they do? And perhaps the biggest question, what are they doing here? Could this be a genuine UFO sighting, or is it something else entirely that we still don't understand? Let me know what you think down below. Over on the Bigfoot subreddit, Reddit user UniqueAd1100 shared an intriguing video that's had people talking ever since it was posted a few weeks ago. In the clip, we watch as someone films a quiet forested area during the evening in an unspecified location. For the first 15 seconds or so, not much happens, but then the camera zooms in and things get a lot more interesting. A mysterious figure can be seen moving through the trees. It appears to be cautiously looking around, maybe checking if anyone's nearby. While it's unclear whether it noticed the person filming, it definitely seems to be alert to something. Could this be the elusive Bigfoot? The shape and posture certainly line up with common descriptions, though unfortunately we don't get a clear enough view to say for sure. Still, it's a fascinating piece of footage that's bound to stir up debate. So what do you think? Could this actually be Bigfoot, or is it just another misidentified figure in the woods? This video, posted to TikTok by Ghosts on Camera 1, appears to showcase exactly what the username promises. It starts with the uploader casually sitting at home when out of nowhere, the doorknob behind him begins to rattle violently. According to him, This strange activity has been happening ever since he moved in, despite the building being brand new.
This has been happening ever since we've moved in. This has been happening. It's a brand new building. I don't get it. Happens that often. The handle is even loose. Really fed up with this. It's all the time at the moment.
Even when he gets up to investigate, there's nothing visibly causing the disturbance. No one's behind the door, and there's no obvious draft or vibration that could explain the movement. Surprisingly, the man doesn't seem frightened at all, just visibly annoyed, calling the whole situation more frustrating than frightening. And honestly, that reaction is kind of refreshing. We're so used to seeing people scream and panic during paranormal events, but in this case, he's just fed up with it. Still, there's something particularly unsettling about this kind of occurrence in a brand new home. You'd expect this kind of activity in an old creaky house with a long history, not a recently built property, unless of course the land it was built on has its own story to tell. Whatever the case may be, let's hope this strange doorknob activity stops soon, and that this guy can finally get some peace and quiet. This next story comes from the interdimensional NHI subreddit, which is focused on all things UFO and non-human intelligence related, and this video in particular has been getting a lot of attention. Luckily, there's some helpful context surrounding this one. Investigative journalists Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp released this footage, which was captured by the US military and officially classified as a UAP, unidentified aerial phenomenon, by the US intelligence community. The object seen in the video has been described as disc-shaped and appears to make precise, intelligent maneuvers, without showing any signs of thermal propulsion. That alone sets it apart from any known aircraft. The incident reportedly happened on November 23, 2020 at 11:13 UTC, and the location was pinpointed to these coordinates. The footage was recorded using FLIR, forward-looking infrared, a type of military-grade thermal imaging. But despite using that tech, the object gives off no heat signature at all. The craft also made a sudden change in direction, again with no visible means of propulsion, and some reports even mention brief atmospheric disturbances during the encounter. Even after analysis, no one seems to know where this thing came from, what it's doing, or how it even works. That of course only adds to the mystery surrounding UAPs like this. TikTok user Flat7Ghost was just relaxing at home in the middle of the day when he suddenly heard strange noises coming from somewhere nearby. Naturally, he grabbed his camera and went to investigate. That's when things took a terrifying turn.
So the door's rattling again, so I'm just going to go and open it. Yeah.
What was that?
Mate, I'm not joking. What the hell was that?
What did you see?
There was something looking around the corner. Right. What the actual
As he rounds the corner, he spots something truly unsettling. What appears to be a shadowy figure briefly peering at him. His girlfriend, off camera, asks what he saw, and he tries to explain it as he cautiously continues his search. But no matter how much he looks, the figure is nowhere to be found. Still, if you rewind the footage and brighten it up, it's hard to deny that something is there, lurking just out of sight. What exactly this thing was or what it wanted remains a complete mystery. Some people think it might have been a ghost, while others wonder if it was a shadow person or even just a very convincing optical illusion. But if this was faked, it's done subtly enough to leave room for doubt. So what do you think is going on here? Paranormal activity or just a trick of the light? In May of 2025, a woman named Melody Rose posted a TikTok explaining that she just received a bouquet of flowers that mysteriously showed up at her house. No note, no sender, no explanation. But while she's casually telling the story, something seriously eerie unfolds in the background.
And I got these flowers. Boom. They're dying. I know. That's not weird because it's me, okay? They die. No note.
If you look closely at the 15-second mark, a terrifying face appears in the upper left corner of the door frame. It's subtle, but once you see it, it's impossible to ignore. After viewers pointed it out, Melody uploaded an update video where she brightened the footage to get a clearer look. And yeah, it only makes things creepier.
This is what I found.
She says her stomach dropped the moment she saw the face clearly, and honestly, can you blame her? It looks like something straight out of a horror movie. And about those mysterious flowers, could it be that this spirit had something to do with the delivery? Maybe it's just a weird coincidence, or maybe it was leaving a calling card. Of course, it's always possible that this was a clever hoax pulled off with some subtle video editing, but if not, this might be one of the most unsettling accidental captures on TikTok in a while. What do you guys think? Harmless spirit, elaborate. Hello everyone, my name is Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 9 scary videos. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more scary content. Alright, with that said, let's begin. The first video we're looking at today comes from the Ghost subreddit, posted by username Videooooss. It's been gaining traction ever since. In the video, we see footage from a home surveillance camera recorded around 4:30 PM, sent to the uploader by his friend. While it starts out as a normal clip, it quickly takes a creepy turn. Out of nowhere, the basement door slowly opens by itself. What's interesting is the uploader says his friend has another video of something similar happening, so hopefully he'll post that one soon too. As for this particular clip, it's definitely unsettling. There doesn't appear to be a string, a draft, or any obvious trickery involved, and because it's daytime, the chances of it being staged for spooky effect feel lower than usual. The door opens gradually and with weight, not in the sudden way you'd expect if someone were trying to fake it with fishing line or push-off camera. That natural pacing adds to its eerie authenticity. Skeptics have pointed out that temperature changes or minor shifts in air pressure can cause doors to open slowly like this. especially if they're older or improperly balanced. That said, it's odd that it hasn't happened more often, especially if it's just physics at work. So what do you think's going on here? Paranormal activity or just a really well-timed environmental fluke? Let me know your theories in the comments. Over on TikTok, a woman named Stephanie McKee posted a highly unsettling video showing something legitimately terrifying happening right outside her house in the middle of the night. In the video, we see footage from an outdoor home surveillance camera that, at first, appears to capture nothing but a calm, uneventful night. But after just a few seconds, it becomes clear that something very strange is going on. A bizarre ghost-like figure can be seen wandering across the frame before vanishing into the night, never to be seen again. Stephanie says her whole family was creeped out when they watched the footage, and honestly it's not hard to understand why. She also mentions that when they moved into the house, which they are renting, they found crystals placed above every single entrance. Her family decided to leave them there, and after seeing this video, she now believes that might have been a wise decision. As for what's really going on in this clip, it's undeniably creepy. The figure appears semi-transparent and moves with an oddly floaty motion, vanishing from view in a way that feels unnatural. Many viewers believe it could be something paranormal, like a ghost or spirit making itself known. Skeptics, however, have suggested a few alternate possibilities. One theory is that it could be a real person walking by, maybe a neighbor or passerby, and that the camera's low resolution and lighting distortion simply make them appear ghostly. The eerie glow and motion blur common to night vision cameras can definitely turn an ordinary person into something much more mysterious. Others propose camera glitches, lens flares, or even small insects caught near the lens. But none of these quite explain the shape, gait, or how the figure fades into the night. If this was faked using CGI, it's worth noting that the illusion is impressively realistic and blends well with the video's quality. Nothing about it immediately screams edited. So what do you think? A spirit caught on camera, or just someone caught at the right place and time, distorted by the technology? Let me know your theories below. This next TikTok video we'll be having a look at takes place right near the Highway of Tears. For those who are unaware, this is an extremely creepy place that, once you hear the backstory, is sure to send shivers down your spine. The Highway of Tears is a 720-kilometer stretch of Highway 16 in British Columbia, Canada, between Prince George and Prince Rupert. Since the late 1960s, this remote corridor has been the site of numerous disappearances and murders of mostly indigenous women and girls. The region is marked by vast wilderness, limited public transportation, and isolated communities, making it particularly dangerous for those forced to hitchhike. The lack of adequate infrastructure and systemic neglect have contributed to the vulnerability of travelers, while the slow pace of investigations has drawn criticism from indigenous groups, human rights organizations, and the public alike. The video, posted to TikTok by a woman named Anita Nateseal, shows her filming outside of a window on a cold and dreary day. It's absolutely bone-chilling. Just make sure to turn your volume all the way up.
¿Desde cuándo están así de bien? Rebobinemos. Simba ha mejorado sus heces blandas en tan solo 24 horas. Hace solo 4 semanas Maya se rascaba mucho. Y mírala ahora. Y Rayo ha perdido peso en solo 2 meses. Claro, todo empezó con la ayuda de Advanced Veterinary Diet y sus resultados reales clínicamente probados. También en dietas húmedas. Wear it like that, move it like that, like it like, do it like that, use it like that, making it flash, flash, bring it right back. Wear it like that, move it like that, like it like, do it like that, use it like that, making it flash, flash, bring it right back. Wear it like that, move it like that, like it like that, like that.
Someone's screaming down there. I better go down there.
All throughout the duration of the video, you can hear what sounds like blood-curdling screams coming from somewhere very close by. Sadly, Anita doesn't have any clue as to what was going on here, but it's very apparent that something very bizarre was going on, and I highly doubt that the sound we heard was high winds or anything, as nothing in Anita's yard seems to be getting blown around. What do you guys make of this creepy video? Be sure to let me know down in the comments. A Reddit user known as SLVata posted a video to the Ghost subreddit just over a week ago and has been the talk of the community ever since then, and you're about to find out why. There's a good amount of context the upload provided alongside the video, but let's have a look at the video first and then we'll delve deeper into the backstory here. The uploader posted a video with this caption that helps to clarify things and give us a better understanding of what was going on. Quote, "My uncle who lived with my parents passed away in March. The door that leads to the garage can be seen opening on its own and the light turns on once it's open. They've never had anything happen at their house currently until this last night. The door opening on its own wouldn't have made me think anything, but the light turning on got me. It's not an automatic light. When I listen with sound on, I feel like I can hear movement as well. His birthday was this past Sunday and my mom's birthday was the day after, 25th. They always celebrated together. The timing is getting me too. My mom kept his dog and his room with all his stuff in it as is. I feel like it's him returning home. The video didn't give me bad vibes at all, but maybe I'm just being wishful that it's him. What do you think?" End quote. Whether you believe in the paranormal or not, it's hard to ignore the deeply emotional context here. The timing, the birthday, the preserved room, it all paints a picture of love, memory and longing. And the light, turning on just as the door creaks open, adds a haunting but oddly comforting element. If this really is the uploader's uncle making one final visit, then it's not just a ghost story, it's a moment of connection, one that might bring more comfort than fear. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. This video posted to TikTok by user Gima Pashra showcases a busy road on a rainy day, filmed in West Java, Indonesia, near the elementary school SD Nakarapoku. At first glance, nothing seems out of the ordinary, but that quickly changes in the blink of an eye.
Perhatikan bayangan di pojok kiri.
If you look closely, at the left-hand side of the screen, you'll spot what appears to be some sort of shadow person rising and running alongside the building. The video ends abruptly, leaving viewers to wonder what exactly they just witnessed. Unfortunately, the clip is extremely short and offers no additional context. The sign in the shot helped identify the location, but we still don't know who filmed it, or what happened after. Some viewers believe it could simply be a real person whose form was distorted by the camera. Security cameras, especially in low light and rainy conditions, often create odd motion blur or ghosting effects that can make people appear translucent or unusually fast. That could explain the shadowy appearance and why the figure seems to vanish so quickly. That said, the way the figure seems to rise from a crouched position and bolt off without a clear physical explanation definitely adds to the creepy factor. It's not surprising this one left a lot of people unsettled. So what do you think? Was this just a trick of the camera or something more unexplainable? Let me know down in the comments.
Listen, guys, I'm a wing guy. I love my ladies to have those big, voluptuous wings on their pixels. And if my date with Honora didn't go well, I'm switching over to Valkyra. Valkyra, oh, look at the skin on Valkyra. Oof, look at those wings. Guys, fellas, oh my word. Yeah, I'm going to go with Valkyra. I love she's showing her midriff, but she's also got that BA battle armor going on as well. So I like the motif. I like your style, Valkyra. But if you really want to take a hero to mom and dad, we know we're going to go with Ingrid. Look at her. She's bold. She's beautiful. She's very leggy. She just sits there on her throne and, you know, maybe she's a little high maintenance, but either way, I cannot refuse Ingrid. You know, honorable mention to Yuri as well, especially those skins. Again, I'm digging the skins. That's my Valentine rundown. What about you guys? Go ahead and check out Watcher of Realms and find your date this Valentine's Day.
Download Watcher of Realms for free now.
What would you say to men who think therapy is a sign of weakness?
When you have a proven plan for finding support and help, whether that's reading the manual when you're fixing your car, or going to get coaching for your business, or in this case, going to sit down with somebody and say, I've never said this out loud, but everyone around me tells me I'm hard to be around and I don't know what to do. You choosing to not go into those spaces is ego and arrogance. It's a choice to be more miserable, and the challenge with men is they often carry a lot of weight in their homes, in their workplaces, in their local churches. Going to therapy is often the bravest and most courageous thing a man can do.
Reddit user The Capitan's Chair posted an extremely intriguing video to the Go subreddit, accompanied by a good amount of context, making this one of the most thought-provoking ghost clips you'll see today. According to the uploader, they used to work night shifts at a prominent cancer hospital in Utah, where ghost stories were a regular topic among nurses and security guards. The video itself is from 2016 and was shared among hospital staff before the uploader got a copy in 2020, so the quality is a little rough.
She goes into the wall?
Mm-hmm. There's nothing in there but air.
Oh my God.